Welcome to Chisholm Trail 61. Today we're going to do an earthquake cake, and you can see why it's called an earthquake cake. Hey, but you'll amaze your friends with this simple, easy recipe. And I'm going to show you how I do that coming up right now. Okay, first thing we're going to need for our earthquake cake is in the bowl here. I'm going to put 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. That's 1 stick, 8 ounces. I got 1 stick of butter I'm going to put in there. And here in the bowl I have 2 cups of powdered sugar. But I'm just going to put about 1/3 of that in there to start off with, because I'm going to try not to make a big mess here. I'll probably blow sugar everywhere anyway, but I'm going to try not to. We're just going to take our mixer here, and then my butter and my cream cheese have been sitting out at room temperature, and they're softened down to room temperature. So we're just going to try to cream these up, like I said, and try not to make a real big mess here. Get that mixed up a little bit, and we're going to pour another 1/3 of this in here. Just start off on low and then work your way up. We get that done, then we're going to pour the rest of it in there. And all we're trying to do is just mix it up, like I said, without making a real big mess. Blowing sugar everywhere. Of course, I'm gonna blow some sugar somewhere, because it just ain't no good if it ain't messy. But I try not to make no bigger mess than I had to, because I had to clean this up. I don't have a crew that comes in and cleans up my mess, so yeah. So I try not to make no bigger mess than I have to, I assure you. We just want to get it good and creamy. What we're going to do, we're going to take us a spatula here, little rubber spatula, and we're just going to rake down the sides, just to be sure that we got all of our sugar mixed in there, and we ain't got any hanging out on the bottom. Let me know if you've ever heard of earthquake cake. They call it earthquake cake because when it's all said and done, it looks like an earthquake hit it. Looks like it done had an earthquake happen to it. We're going to go one more round with this right fast like. We're just going to set our mixer over here out the way. And we're going to just set this over us to the side. We're going to bring over this bowl. In this bowl here, I got 1 German chocolate cake mix. And what we're going to do, we're going to just prepare this, by the directions on the package. And typically, I use butter and milk in mine, but since we're following the direction on the package, I got 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. I have 1 cup of water. And here I have 3 eggs. Now I'm just going to try to add my eggs one at a time here. And then I'm going to stir this around some and get that egg broke up in there. I mean, I guess you could beat your eggs before you put it in if you want to, but I just prefer to do it this way on this right here. Like I said, and then typically, if I wasn't making earthquake cake, I would use 1 cup of milk and 1/2 cup of butter. And it might would work in this to do that as well. I had never tried it like that. I just go by the recipe, and the recipe says, to mix your cake mix up like the box says. So I hadn't tried to use butter and milk in place of oil and water in this recipe here. But I guess it probably would be fine, you know. Get this mixed up good. And then we're going to just set this aside. And I'm going to get me out a 9 by 13 pan and grease it up, and I'll be right back. Okay, I got my 9 by 13 cake pan here, and I just sprayed it real good with cooking oil. And what I got here, I got 1.5 cups of just coconut flakes, sweetened coconut flakes. And I'm just going to sprinkle them around in the bottom here. Like so, and just sort of get them spread out sort of evenly there. Hold that up where y'all can see what I'm doing there. Just sort of spread them around, get them even, sort of evened out there on the bottom. And then here, I got 1.5 cups of pecan halves. Now, pecan halves, I just broke them up, cut a little slit in there and broke them up in a bag. And I'm just going to sprinkle these out over the bottom here. Need 1.5 cups pecans, and I'm just going to sort of even them out and be sure we get some for every bite there. I'll pick it up and show you what it looks like here in just a second. Now, if you don't want to use pecans, I'm sure you can use walnuts or, you know, whatever nut you prefer. But the actual recipe calls for pecans, so that's what we're using. And that's what it looks like. You can see we just got a layer of coconuts and our pecans on them. You don't want to stir them up and mix them together. And what we're going to do, we're going to take our cake mix now that we mixed up, and we're just going to pour it out over the top of our coconut and our pecans. Just want to pour it out all over the top. Don't, like I said, we're not going to stir this in together. We're just going to pour it out right over the top. I'm going to scrape that down and be sure that we get all of it out of there. Get all that goodness out. All right. And I'm just going to take my spatula here, and I'm just going to sort of gently spread it out all the way to the sides, just to, you know, even it out. Be sure everything's covered. And be sure, you know, that we don't have a big pile of cake mix one place and real thin in the other, because we want it to bake evenly. All right, that's looking pretty good there. Knock that off and set that aside. Now, what we're going to do, now we got our cream cheese mixture that we mixed up there a minute ago. And we're just going to take this by the tablespoonful and dollop it down on our cake. Just dollop it all over your cake, just in spoonfuls. And we want to use all of it, or as much as we can of it. Of course, it ain't got to be perfectly spread around, or no rhyme or reason to that as far as that goes. You just want to be sure that you get it down in there. And then we'll set that out to the side. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take me a butter knife, and I'm just going to sort of spread that out just gently. I don't want to get down into my pecans and coconut. Now I'm just sort of Just sort of spreading it around and making it marble out. And I'll show you here in just a second whenever I get done what I've done to it. Because I know it's sort of hard to see there. But this is what actually makes the earthquake part of the cake whenever it bakes. Like I said, you don't want to go deep with it, but you do want to get it marbled in. You don't want to marble it too much now because you do want to leave it. And then you can see there what I've done to it. And what we're going to do with this, we're going to put this in the oven, 350 degrees for 1 hour. Okay, you see we got our earthquake cake out of the oven there, and you can see why they call it earthquake cake. We're going to cut us a piece here and see what it looks like and tastes like on the inside. It's still hot yet, but been out of the oven, I guess, 20 minutes or so, something like that. But we just don't want to wait any longer, so we're going to go ahead and cut a piece out now. Set that over here to the side. See, can we get us a piece slide up out of here? And look at that. You can see why they call it earthquake cake there. I mean, that's why they call it earthquake cake. We're gonna put it on our saucer here, and we're gonna taste it. Man, just look at that. I know this is gonna be good. That cream cheese and pecans and German chocolate cake mix. Man, what you talking about? Hey, if you would, give the old video a thumbs up there. Like, share, comment, subscribe to our channel. We appreciate all of you do. We appreciate all of you take the time every day to watch our videos. We got us an earthquake cake. Hey, we'll see you on the next one.